Yes. This is not the right thing. So many emails.
Did Reese send you the email?
Regarding ratifying Solomon?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. That, so that you can copy it over for when you motions
You're looking at it tonight? Yeah. The moment that we're done that piece of paper, they'll make you. Okay. We only have like 3 ratifications. Not one word.
That's for the University Something Policy Council Committee.
Listen,
I know it's very descriptive in the way I Jackson.
He's not here. This is something we can
because we're all oh, we're always waiting about this one. I was told to show you this.
Jackson.
That's the one I like to
He going crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. Just pointing at the camera.
Okay.
That's crazy. No, makes sense. Yeah, we can.
Are we about to start? Well, I just had a question on how to bring things up during the consent agenda.
just
Like a point of, is that a point of personal privilege?
raise your placard and I'll be like, Senator Eddington, and then you'll be like, I'd like to motion for blank, 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 blank.
Thank you.
It was loud that time. Hi, it is my honor to call to order the 7th session of the 55th Senate. With that, for all of those willing and able, please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. We'll now be moving into our land acknowledgement.
Colorado State University acknowledges with respect that the land we are on today is the traditional and ancestral homelands of the Arapaho, Cheyenne, and Ute nations and peoples.
This was also a site of trade, gathering, and healing for numerous other Native nations.
We recognize the indigenous peoples as original stewards of this land and all the relatives within it.
As these words of acknowledgement are spoken and heard, ties nations have to their traditional homelands are renewed and reaffirmed.
CSU is a land-grant institution, and we accept that our mission must encompass access to education and inclusion.
And significantly, that our founding came at a dire cost to Native nations and peoples whose land this university was built upon.
This acknowledgement is the education and inclusion we must practice in recognizing our institutional history, responsibility, and commitment.
Thank you. With that, we'll now be moving into the swearing in of new senators and associates. If you've been thrown into your new seat, please come to the front. Okay, welcome back, everyone. With that, we'll be moving into beginning roll call. Speaker of the Senate, Reese. Present. Speaker Pro Tempore Lutz. Present. Parliamentarian Falbo.
Present, sorry.
Senator Jones.
Present.
Senator Eddington.
Present.
Associate Senator Price. Associate Senator Esquivel. Senator Miller. Present. Senator Bushell. Present. Officer Diggs. Present. Senator Chalk. Present. Chair Bonatti.
Present.
Senator Roberts. Senator Rivera. Present. Associate Senator Wilkin. Present. Associate Senator Keir. Senator Dettelbach. Senator Hansen. Here. Senator Johnson. Senator Pada Perez. Here. Senator Dusterberg. Here. Senator Villa. Senator Jameson. Present. Senator Taylor.
Present.
Senator Grenier.
Present.
Senator McCorkle.
Present.
Senator Garnard.
Present. Thank you.
Chair Quesada Stoner. Senator Bridge. Chair Rivera. Senator Flores. Present. Associate Senator Vega.
Present.
Senator Bachinen.
Here.
Senator Grant. Senator Mendoza.
Here.
Senator Green. Present. Senator Hernandez.
Present.
Officer Jowden.
Present.
Senator Frisky. Senator Fan. Present. Chair Gray. Associate Senator Sananes. Here. Senator Jeffries. Here. Chair Hill. Here. Senator Pickerel.
Here.
Associate Senator Harris. Here. Chair Dorr. Senator Trinado. Present. Senator Singleton.
Present.
Senator Bone. Here. And for those online, I have you marked as present. Awesome, thank you, Sydney. With that, we'll now be moving into consent agenda. Do I hear any dissent to this agenda?
Yeah, I'd like to motion to add the ratification of Judah Weir to the University Policy Review Committee to after the ratification, or even if I successful there, yeah.
Is there any dissent to this motion? Hearing none, it'll be reflected. Gio, did you get all that?
Yep.
Cool. Awesome. Is there any other dissent to this agenda? Seeing none, we'll go ahead and move into gallery input. Does anyone from gallery wish to speak at this time? You can go ahead and come up in the front. Usually we have a mic to go in the back, but we don't seem to have that today.
Do I have to push and hold it?
No, you can just.
Can you guys hear me? Okay. Good evening, everybody. I'm an undergraduate student here. I'm a psychology student. I'm in no way affiliated with ASCSU, besides I think you're all pretty neat. So, what I'm holding in front of me is the free speech and peaceful assembly policy of Colorado State University. A recent revision to this policy was passed on August 14th of this year. I didn't know about this, and almost everybody I talked to around campus didn't know about this. I found out about this from a table on the plaza of the American Association of University Professors. And they were like, hey, your free speech is being threatened by CSU's policy. And I was like, I don't believe you. And then I went and read the thing, and I said, yeah, my free speech is being threatened by CSU's policy. And so I came here tonight a little worried that ASCSU wasn't talking about this. But talking to a few people here, it turns out some of you guys are, which I talked to Senator Claire. There is legislation being worked on, which I'm very happy that is happening. So I'm hoping that I can accomplish two things here tonight. I'm hoping that one, I can show you guys that there are students here who aren't student government who care about this, and everyone else I've talked to cares about this. And two, to implore you guys to support in any way you can the efforts to oppose this policy. So I'll try to make it brief. There's a lot of issues with this policy, but I'm going to get into two that I most understand. I just have it here for notes. So, in the provisions, there's a section on amplification and chalking. I'm going to read you part of it, and I'm going to point out why this is problematic. Quote, chalking is permitted only on the LSC Plaza and is limited to publicizing official programming or events sponsored by a CSU college division or office or any of CSU's recognized student organizations or groups. End quote. My issue with this policy is that it is limiting the content of people's speech if they decide to chalk. They aren't banning chalking, they're banning what you are allowed to chalk and what you are not allowed to chalk. So, theoretically, if I went out to the plaza and chalked, I love ham sandwiches, I am in violation of the policy of CSU. And then the second part I want to talk about will loop back to this. So, if you look at the top of the policy in the definition section, they have a definition for peaceful. I will read you their definition for peaceful. Quote, an act or activity that is free from disruptive activity and does not involve violence, threats of violence, or violations of applicable law or policy. My issue with this definition is that it loops any peaceful expression of free speech that violates CSU policy as non-peaceful because it does not fall under this definition. As such, if I were to go and chalk "I love ham sandwiches" on the LSC Plaza, I am now not only in violation of CSU policy, I'm expressing myself in a non-peaceful way. I don't know about you guys, but I don't feel that chalking on the ground is non-peaceful. It's chalk on the ground. That's been a thing here at CSU for as long as I've been here, which granted isn't very long. So, those are my main two issues. There's a couple of other things that the AAUP has pointed out that they're much more qualified to speak on, so I won't make note of it just because it's not my expertise area. So, I came here to tell you guys that students are concerned, you guys should be concerned, and I hope you guys can support your fellow senators in telling the Board of Governors that this won't stand. Because me, as a student and not a student representative, the only power I have is my power to speak. And if they limit my power to speak, I have no power here at CSU as a student. That's not democracy. So, thank you guys for giving me the chance to speak. I appreciate it. Have a wonderful rest of your evening.
Does anyone else from gallery wish to speak at this time? You can go ahead and come up.
Okay, hello. I'm a graduate student. I also came to speak about the same issue that was just talked about. Yeah, I noticed I was told about the new free speech policy, and I also found it disconcerting. Yeah, and to echo what that person said, but also I noticed that the group of professors on their website also pointed out a good point that professors are restricted to clarify their affiliation or not clarify their affiliation, it seems, when they're expressing their own free speech, which seems kind of vague, as saying, like, are they supposed to remain anonymous when they're expressing any sort of individual opinion? Seems weird to like not be able to disclose that you're a university professor, if that's how I'm interpreting the policy. Yeah, and then some definitions of camping seemed kind of weird. There was a definition that referred to preparation of food, which, I mean, seems vague in the sense that, like, say you're just peeling an orange, is that preparation of food? I don't know if that's too nitty gritty, but I don't know how policy works at this university. I'm also a new student, so. Yeah, and then there's like preparation of furniture, or just furniture at a camping event. So that seemed also vague of, you know, if someone's disabled in some sense and they're sitting down on a chair, a lawn chair, I don't know. Chalking as well. Like I noticed, I think in the past week out on the plaza, there was, "I'm proud to be a CSU Ram," and I don't think that it was referring to any event, so I feel like that would also be against the policy, it seems, and that, I don't know, yeah, it just seems like a lot of problems with that definition there. And then there was a definition of sound interference for events in public spaces about how many decibels it registers as, which I don't know what that refers to in proximity of measurement or where it's measured from, but also it said something referencing, I'm paraphrasing in all my statements here, I should clarify, but it said something about interfering with someone's ability to speak over the noise, which also seems kind of a weird proximity argument of, like, say you're talking with two other people in a conversation and you start talking over someone, that's interfering your ability to hear somebody talking. So it just seemed kind of a vague language in some of the policy. And also wanted to echo my concerns with it. So thank you.
Thank you. Does anyone else from the gallery wish to speak at this time?
Hello. Hi. I just want to thank everyone for calling out ASCSU. And I do want to say there is a lot of students currently working on this piece of legislation that we want to pass. We'll bring into ASUSU, and we hope to have it done by next Senate. But with this, we do want to have, we want to work with the university in ensuring that this isn't only just in the plaza, but it expands through the university. And we also do want to like challenge it to ensure that this doesn't happen again, and focus and just hold them accountable to transparency, because that's something that they have been arguing. But their students are already working on it, and I'm sorry it's not going as quickly as we thought it would, but we are working on it. But yes, please keep holding us accountable, because that is what we had signed up for. But we really do appreciate it, and thank you so much.
Thank you. Does anyone else from the gallery wish to speak at this time? Seeing none, we'll go ahead and move into executive reports. If anyone from executive wishes to speak, please come to the front.
Hello everyone, if I have not met you, my name is Ben Gregg. I serve as the Director of Pathways for Excellence for our exec department. I, part of my job, am starting a classroom presentation campaign. And so a large part of this is going to be us going to classrooms on campus, presenting to students, just telling them what ASCCU does, how they can get involved, how they can make their voice heard through our program that we have here. I sent a Google form to the Teams channel asking for volunteers. So if you're interested in potentially volunteering and going and giving these presentations to classrooms, please fill out that Google form. It'll take literally 15 seconds. I think it's super important to have members of all three branches at ASCSU at these presentations so that the students can get a very holistic picture of what we do and all the work that is included under the ASCSU umbrella. So more info will be provided if you do fill out that form, but I appreciate all of you. And yeah.
Hi everybody, I'm back to talk about Cancer on the Oval again. Thank you, Victoria, for signing up for the team. We have 5 total members now, which is not a lot. So, please sign up. Gio, I sent you an email with the QR code like 2 weeks ago. If you're able to find it, put it on the screen. Thank you so much. It's gonna go on the screen, scan the QR code. It takes 2 minutes, maybe 3, and you get like 1 email from me, and then that's it. So please, 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 like, I'm begging you, sign up. It's really just to show your support for it as an ASCSU member, as a CSU student, all of this kind of stuff. So please just sign up for it. That being said, there are boxes coming to the office tomorrow that will be there for donations. So if you have canned good donations, you can put them in the box. Those will be there tomorrow. But if you have any now, well, bring them tomorrow. Yeah. And also conversations, I'll be sending that out in the teams, and also I'll send it out to the front desk. There's 2 left. So thank you to anybody who attended any of the previous ones. I gave one yesterday with Laura, my deputy director, just about student involvement and basic needs and like student-led initiatives. I thought it was really cool. But there's 2 more left, so if you have the time and ability and space to go, that would be awesome. It helps you earn points for your team, it gives you new knowledge, all of that kind of stuff. There it is. I think that's it.
There's also.
I think it's that one. Please scan it. Also, I'm sorry for my lack of follow-up and like initiative on this. It just fell through the cracks, and so it's in the works, but I'm sorry for not like being super out there recently. Also, last thing, Wellness Wonderland is going to be October 24th. I'm just putting it, yay! I'm just putting it on your radar for now. I'll have more information about how you guys can like be involved next week, but for now, just like keep that in the back of your mind. And that's it. Thank you.
Hi
friends. My name is Felicity Luna. I use she, her, pronouns, and I'm the Director of Governmental Affairs. I just wanted to come in here and give you an update on what I'm calling the Gov Affairs Great Lock-In of October, because we are ridiculously locked in. So the first thing I want to put on your calendar is on October 27th, we'll be having a local elections roundtable where we'll be bringing in mayoral candidates, possibly council members. Don't hold me to that quite yet. We're working out some details. But that's going to be October 27th. And I'll bring more details as they come, but it's going to be a super fun event. It's going to be looking like little speed dating with candidates for mayoral race in Fort Collins. It is going to be so fun, and I'm really excited to be working with that. We're working on voter registration initiatives. So on the plaza, we'll have some folks out here helping register voters and also doing some engagement with ASCSU. You'll be hearing more about that soon. Sean, my Deputy Director of Policy, is leading this initiative, and it's also a collaboration with a lot of community partners like the League of Women Voters, Larimer County Elections, and the Strayer Center. Those are some of the key partners that my department especially works with, and so I'm looking super forward to that. Like I said, volunteer forum coming soon for y'all as senators to even talk about ASCSU and how we're a student voice and how we can be representing students on these issues even at the local level. We're doing a ranked choice voting media campaign. It's coming soon. If you don't know what ranked choice voting is, you'll know soon. Don't worry. This is the first year that Fort Collins is actually doing this for our election, so it's really crucial that you know what it is. And it's also, even though it sounds new, it's a system that's been in effect for a lot of other people, like places like Boulder even, and Denver as well. And so it's important that everyone knows about it, because maybe if you're not voting for this election for Fort Collins, you never know, it could be in your future. And unfortunately, it's really like poli-sci core. Like no one really knows it unless you're, you know, in the depths of being a poli-sci nerd. So look forward to that. That'll be going through our Instagram. We'll have some fun little TikToks teaching you it in simple terms, and then we'll have a longer form podcast and also some handouts that I'll bring to Senate so y'all know as well and can give it to all your friends. And the last one, I met with Center for Public Deliberation and the Strayer Center, so we're looking forward to a lot of collaborations with them soon. I believe it's October 15th. They're having a ranked choice voting like session, luncheon, like dinner and learn situation at Avogadro's, remember? I believe that's how you say that. Yeah, and you can find more information about that on their Instagram or through their newsletter, and we'll be working with them soon, more often, like I said. And then the last thing, I don't know if everyone's aware, but now you're going to be aware. The federal government shut down today. Everyone clap. That's so fun. It's scary, and I am with you if you're scared, because it's hard to understand what's going on when you're not in the minds of a politician or in the minds of politicians that maybe aren't in touch with their constituents and things of the sort. It can be rough, and I totally empathize with y'all on that, especially if you are feeling as though your representative is not being representative of their constituency. I totally get it. It's a lot of uncertainty, and I just want to reiterate that my office door is open at any time. We're currently working on a media campaign, literally started today, hoping to finish it by Thursday or Friday, to explain what a government shutdown is and how it'll probably affect college students. And this is like a cross-department collaboration. I've roped in Lauren on this, and I roped in Jakai on this. My department, my deputy and my intern are working really hard on this, and so expect to see that through our social soon. And like I said, feel free to come to my office if you have any questions. Maybe I won't have the answer immediately, but I'll do the research for you and I'll get back to you. And you can also always email me at ascsu_governmental_affairs@mail.college.edu, and also Sean, ascsu_policy, and that's also on our website. I'm not going to take questions right now just because y'all have important things to do. But like I said, my office is always open. Send me an email, I'll respond.
Hi everyone, my name is Andrew White. I serve as the Chief Operations for those of us that I haven't had the pleasure of meeting. First I want to say you all should totally come to Cabinet every Wednesday 5 to 6 prior to this. Something that we do in Cabinet is department shout-outs, and I want to give a big shout out to Jelicity, Lauren, and Ben for being here to share on the departments we have. I'm gonna go ahead and run through some of the department shout-outs of the other departments that we shared today. I'll give a couple of updates on their behalf. I would love for them to be here to give them themselves, but they couldn't make it tonight. So let's start with environmental affairs. They're still doing the graduation gown lending library. That is regalia that is going to be offered for rentals for students, undergraduate students here. Please spread the word. Kate has posted a bunch about it in the teams. It's a really, really cool opportunity. There's also bulk reusable soap in the Rams Against Hunger areas, which is super cool. And then at FAB, that's our alternate transportation fee advisory board. We still need to fill a second spot on that. So if you're interested, and Kate has also put this in the teams, but you should reach out to Kate Collins. She's the director of environmental affairs. It's a really cool opportunity, a really cool board. Next, from our Department of Traditions and Programming, they have a brand new intern named Nico Johnson. I'm sure they will be ratified soon. They're still running tailgates, which is super important. They need volunteers for tailgates. We're really trying to push that among the executive branch. But if you're available, it's super fun. You get free pizza. You can help set up the tailgate. You do a lot of cool energy. There's lots of different time slots for that works for you. So Grace also sends it out on the teams. If that's something that interests you, we would love to have you. But we're really trying to push that among executive branch members specifically. There's going to be tailgates pretty much every home game, so that will continue to go out. For marketing specifically, we talked a lot about being camera ready in the office space. We're really trying to do a marketing push to put on all of our different social medias. Our Director of Public Relations is working on meeting with local reporters to kind of create that relationship and share the things that ASCSU has been working on. And then the CSU PR team might come to talk with Cabinet soon, which would be super cool. And you all are welcome at Cabinet again. Please come to those kind of opportunities. Today we had the Multi-Faith and Beliefs Initiative Center present to us, and that was a super cool opportunity. It was really cool to hear from them. So again, you guys are always welcome. Please attend if you can. And last but not least, the finance department. We're doing budget meetings, so Sophie really asked all the directors to come talk to the budget. We want to release public quarterly financial statements of how all the departments are spending their money, so she's working hard to get that done. And so please expect to see those soon in the future. Sometimes it's hard to get these things going and get the buy-in, but that's something we'd love to bring to everyone at CSU. They also had the first info sets for BSOF, our Board of Student Organization Funding. That was yesterday, and that was super cool. We had pretty much a full Senate chambers talking to a bunch of different RSOs and how we can give them funding. So it's also, if you're a part of RSOs, please try to get funding. BSOF is a super cool opportunity. They also have a new intern for the finance department. His name is Walter. I imagine he will be ratified soon as well. And that's kind of all we got. I think Kai's going to give you guys an update. He gave an update at Cabinet as well. But thank you guys so much for your time.
Well, good evening, everyone. I want to say there's a lot of new faces in the room, and if I haven't met you yet, I would love to meet you. My name is Jakai Nunley. I currently serve as our student body president. I have a few updates, and I have a few notes. I want to say first, thank you. I have not been here since my intern, Nathan, was ratified 2 weeks ago, and you all were so kind to him. And he even told you a joke that made you all laugh, and I gave him extra points on the pint pyramid for that week for that, so I want to say thank you. He's very cool. All right, my second thank you is Andrew. His presentation was last week, and his presentation was phenomenal, but also the questions that were asked after, and you all as an audience were phenomenal. And so all of this integrated collaboration that we have going on, I'm really excited about. And to my sibling branch leaders, you guys are awesome and doing great work, and it's really fostering this community of success that's happening among our interbranch collaboration. So thank you. All right. My second thing is I want to say sorry, I haven't been here for 2 weeks, which I apologize. Last week was Breezy Bowl, so yeah, I had to go to Breezy Bowl, and the week before that I was sick, but I'm really excited to be back in this space and see the good work that you all do, and have great conversations. All right, my two updates that are related to the work I'm doing. The Quinton Fellowship is happening on 2 weeks. The Quinton Fellowship is happening in like 2 weeks, on the 15th to the 16th of October. So there will be about 25 juniors and seniors in high school, also a few sophomores sprinkled in that mix here in this space, ready to learn from you all as college students. And so if you can, that week, really channel what you would have wanted to know in your years leading up to college, to impart wisdom on these folks as they come up and then depart and take it back to their campus. So those are two things that I want to tell you about the Quinton Fellowship. Some of you all may be tapped as mentors during that time for this group of students who will be here to kind of work with them while they're here, but it'll be a really unique experience for CSU. Funny enough, this program caught wind to our friends down south in Boulder, and now they're trying to emulate the program, so it has to be super, super cool here because they can't out-cool us with a program like this, but it's really unique, and I don't know how many student governments have done this or will get to do this, so this is a unique point of collaboration that we now have between us and CHASA. So I'm super excited. The second thing is, has anybody in this room registered for the homecoming reunion? ASCSU through the years. Thank you so much. All right, so next week I'm gonna come back and like all of our hands are gonna be up because it's gonna be a really great time. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's in the ASCSU newsletter. But this is our alumni reunion, and a bunch of our alumni who once sat in these same seats and had the same passion to do the same work that we all now do and share together will be in this space. It'll be a really unique time to talk not only about what you're doing now, but what they once did and how we can continue to build on that momentum from years and years and years and years and generations ago, because we're all so young in turn and they're not. All right, so thank you so much. I'm super excited. Those are my 2 updates, and thank you all once again for the interbranch collaboration. I love to see it. Please show up to the homecoming reunion, and please be ready to invite in about 25 young students from high school in Colorado. It's going to be super exciting. Thank you all.
Hello again, my name is Reese Cloverdance. I'm the Assistant Director of Academic Innovation. I'm back with another committee plug. This one is Parking Services Committee. If you care about transportation, parking related issues, you think that parking pass is way too much money because good Lord. If you're worried about the football games impacting you getting around on campus and kicking you off of campus early, and they got those tow trucks coming through at 9 p.m. and you forget, it's crazy. Go talk to some people that can really do something about it. They meet quarterly for an hour. It's not a huge time commitment. I can fill 7 slots, so if you care, I'll be back there. I'll stay till after Senate if you guys are lingering around, but come holler at me. I'd love to work with y'all. Thank you.
Hi again, sorry, one more thing. When the Multi-Faith and Beliefs Initiative Student Council came to present cabinet today, they talked that they have 2 Senate seats and 2 associate senators that they're trying to fill. So there's some flyers they provided us. They talked about this. I want to leave it with your Senate leadership. I wanted to tell all of you all about it. I wanted to kind of provide a plug for them. They're looking to fill Senate seats, and that's you guys. So I wanted to just plug that really quickly. Thank you guys again.
Cool. Does anyone from executive else wish to speak? Seeing none, we'll go ahead and move into judicial reports.
Hi everyone, my name is Melanie Brusso. I am the Chief Justice for the Supreme Court this year. If you haven't met me, my office hours are on the door, and I'm the office in the far left back if you ever want to come talk. A few things. The court is wrapping up our onboarding, so in these coming weeks we'll have our bylaws presented to you guys, as well as our job description sent in as a bill for you guys to vote on. And then I also wanted to shout out Jolicity for ranked choice voting. Not only is it very relevant to you guys living here, but also our own ASCSU general elections for presidential candidates also use ranked choice voting. So very important that you guys know what that is and how your school uses it and the city that you're in uses it. And then also like a quick homecoming shout out. It's actually really cool because it's in the ballroom upstairs, which overlooks the Friday night lights, like homecoming fireworks and all the festivities out there. If you guys don't know, it gets super cold. So it's kind of like a privilege to be able to be on the balcony and be with your family and whoever you invite and watch these fireworks from inside or from off the balcony. So definitely come. It was in the newsletter if you guys want to sign up or RSVP. I'm bringing my whole family, so you guys should bring yours. And then our office hours are posted online and on our door, and then coming soon is the elections team's office hours as well. So that'll be Emily and Selena. And then coming up by the end of the month will be an APAC/ASCSU event, which is going to be like a fall mixer of like painting pumpkins, having fall music, some s'mores. We're still working out the details, so just keep a lookout for that. But that's it for me.
Real quick, can I motion to make a change to the agenda?
Yes.
Can I motion to remove the ratification of Vice Presidential Intern Nick Nye from the agenda since he's not here?
Yes, you may make that motion. Is there any dissent to that motion? Hearing none, it'll be reflected. And with that, we'll now be moving into legislative reports, starting with officer reports. Hi, if we should have all met, you were all returners. My name's Brooke. Just a couple of things. expect check-in emails soon. I'm gonna work through my legislative cabinet, checking emails this week, so for your legislative cabinet, and look out for an email from me. Other than that, I'm working through all the other emails that I have. Is everyone here on Teams, the newsletter, all that fun stuff? Do we feel comfortable with all that stuff? If you're not, please email either myself or Ellie to make sure you're on all of those things. Additionally, there are a lot of intricate little pieces of being an ASCSU, of being in Senate. If you have any questions about literally anything or everything, Ellie and I are paid to answer those questions, so don't hesitate to reach out and ask. Expect a pretty large slew of legislation on my end. I plan on doing a Hayden Taylor. Hayden was the speaker last year, and it was like 17 pieces of legislation at once. So be on the lookout for that. Other than that, other officers?
Maybe could you share your email or your ASCSU email so people know where to email you?
My ASCSU email is available on the ASCSU website. If you have trouble navigating that, you are all also allegedly on Teams. So feel free to Teams message me there.
Hi everyone, my name is Ellie. I serve as the Speaker Pro Tempore. I have a lot of updates for everyone. Yesterday, Brooke, Claire, and Jakai, all of us were at an employee council leadership meeting. The employee councils are the governing bodies for all the different types of employees at CSU. Faculty Council, the Classified Personnel Council, the Administrative Professional Council, and the Multicultural Faculty and Staff Council. So we have bi-monthly meetings where we all talk together to see where everyone's at and get an understanding of shared governance at CSU. So that was a great meeting. We discussed a lot of the free speech policy changes and how we're going to work together on that. Additionally, right before this, Claire, Victoria, and I were all at the American Association of University Professors monthly meeting, and they have a lot of really cool stuff going on. If you would like to get involved with them, please send me an email. They're very happy to have students finally involved with them. Their postcard campaign is going well. They got over 250 postcards signed in the 2 days that they tabled. They're working on the Board of Governors. There's no King's protest. There's a lot of opportunities to get involved with them if you'd like to. Additionally, I mentioned to them that a few of you have told me that you'd like to table again or be interested in tabling. I see a general sense of if people are interested in tabling. Okay, cool. They'll be very excited about that. So I'll connect them all, or I'll connect with them to try to set out some general dates within the near future. I will be going to the Faculty Council meeting next week, where they plan to discuss the free speech policy, but I've been regularly going to the Faculty Council since the spring, and I will share any updates Wednesday when I have them. Also, since there are a lot of new people here, I thought I'd explain the difference between a committee and a caucus. A committee is really a body of the legislative branch. They're sent legislation to be edited, and they all have unique purviews. Internal affairs deals with primarily matters internal to ASCSU, university-wide. They're not exclusive to that. They can make any edits they want. I was the chair of internal last year. Shout out internal. A caucus is more like an action board that is established as an inter-branch body, though its jurisdiction is housed under the Senate. We have 4 of each, 4 committees and 4 caucuses. They're all really cool. You should get involved in all of them. So they're all super cool, yeah.
Just to clarify, so Ellie doesn't have to give out more strikes than Ellie has to. Committees and caucuses and what Ellie's ranting on it right now are different things. So you have a committee hour requirement within your hours requirements. You have to make sure it's a committee, not a caucus. So it's internal affairs, university affairs, budgetary affairs, DEI affairs. Caucuses are also lovely. I love caucuses, but those will count towards your office hours, not your committee hour. Just to double down on that. Thank you, Ellie. You're doing amazing. I'm sorry I cleared.
Now getting into some less fun stuff, I sent about 30 strike emails last week. I'd really like to not do that again, so it'd be really, really, really cool if all of you could go to committee and go to Senate, or if you can't go to Senate, send me a message. I don't care, just tell me. That makes my life a lot easier. And if you can't go to a committee, begging and pleading everyone, all you have to do is send an email to the committee chair and CC me with thoughts on legislation. It could be 2 words long, probably more, please be more. But I don't want to give out strikes. I gave out a lot and it was awful and I did not have a great time. I'm sure none of you enjoyed receiving those emails from me either if you did receive 1 or 2. So don't make my job so much easier tomorrow. Please, I beg of you. And make it easier every Thursday because Thursday is when I send them out. Begging and pleading, I will kowtow on the floor. Please don't make me do that. Anyways, if you have legislation you'd like me to review, please let me know. I'm more than happy to give my thoughts, comments, questions, concerns about it. Just send me an email, either my pro tem email or my personal email, ellie.lutz@colorado.edu. Okay, I have a few more, then I'm done. Thank you to Chief of Operations White for noticing an error in the caucus times. Housing Caucus does not meet from 11 to 11:50 p.m. It meets from 11 to 11:50 a.m. That is a mistake on my part. Do not stay around till 11 o'clock tonight. I assure you, Chair Van Deventer will not be here. I will not be here, and we already met earlier today, so don't do that. If you do, I'm going to laugh and point at you. Okay. Oh, I only have one more update. That's fantastic. Everyone, please, attention please. I believe I should be correcting this. Can everyone check to make sure they are in the 55th Senate Teams channel? I should have added everyone, but can everyone check? I want nods from everyone. Yes, yes. Cool. Now, I have one more thing. Can everyone make sure they are in at least one committee Teams channel? Also, great reason to go to committee so you can get added to committee Teams channel. If you aren't in a committee Teams channel, talk to a chair and they can add you. Yeah, that's everything. Thanks. I enjoyed ranting at all of you. Send me a message if you want to get involved. So, thank you.
It's your turn. Just adding on that, chairs are the persons sitting in Senate with the green placards. Otherwise, that should be it. Thank you.
Additionally, if you need to be added to a committee channel at any time, Ellie, Gio, and I all have access and can add you to that committee channel. So don't feel like you only have one point of contact. Also, don't feel like you have to be in a committee channel before going to that committee. It's not a requirement or anything. You all are good. Other officer reports?
I don't have much reports. I do just want to get a little temperature check. I will be announcing our first retention event for Senate next week on Wednesday and the first being Senate 9. But beyond that, for that event, I wanted to get kind of a general consensus. If you would rather that event be on the weekend rather than the weekdays, please raise your hand. Okay. Fortunately, the weekdays will happen. Yes, but I would also really want to plug Ben Gregg's classroom visits. If y'all are down to do that, please do that. We need to get in those classrooms. We need to get to those students. So yes, I would please fill out the form by Friday evening, I believe it was. But yes, it's in the Teams. So yes, plugging Ben Gregg's classroom visits. But yes, it's always good to see everyone's cute faces, and I hope everyone's week is going so well.
Officer Diggs, do you have a report? Cool, yeah. With that, we'll go ahead and move into our committee and caucus reports by first raised placard. After I was done speaking, Chair Barrett.
Hello, I'll make this short and sweet. We met this past Monday at 1. We added sponsors and endorsers, and then we edited the piece of legislation. We removed the following school year and just added during the 2024 school year, and then released and sponsored. But yes, hope to see everyone at committee this next upcoming Monday at 1. Thank you, I get my time.
Thank you, Chair Monty.
Hi, y'all. Student of the Oval Caucus met last Monday from 12 to 1. Some of you who filled out that one to me didn't show up. Yeah, I really am encouraging and asking y'all to show up to my caucus, mostly because I do got plans for it. I just need y'all to show up to help me fulfill those plans. Especially since this whole point of my caucus is student outreach and getting student feedback on all of the policies and things that they are concerned about. So I need y'all to come in to help me because I can't do it all by myself, unfortunately. So yeah, again, we will be meeting Monday from 12 to 1 in the conference room. Yeah, I yield.
Thank you. Chair Casada.
Hello guys, so I actually was not in my own committee on Monday because it was my sister's birthday, so I spent time with her. I'm gonna yield to Senator Grenier to talk about what we did in committee. I yield.
Thank you, Victoria. So we saw the bone bill. We made no edits, endorsed, and discharged it. Then we talked about some other legislation. The committee meets from 3 to 4 every Monday. Please come.
Come!
Please.
Best committee. Thank you, guys. Are there any other chairs that wish to speak at this time? Going once, going twice? Cool, yeah. With that, we'll now be moving into Senator and Associate Senator reports. By first raise my hand after I stop speaking, that'd be Senator Taylor.
I wanted to touch a little bit on the free speech regulations that the university has. I know we've had some people talking about that tonight. I was told, I think last week, maybe that was 2 weeks ago, that a lot of those limitations that people have concerns about, mainly like jockeying, have been put on pause temporarily because the Board of Governors has gotten a lot of pushback because of those. So they will be reviewing those policies and maybe making changes to those. So I would encourage everybody to keep the pressure up on CSU administration and the Board of Governors, as well as President Nunley. I would ask you to advocate against those limitations on free speech on campus, so that we don't let them get away with that. Thank you. I yield.
Thank you, Senator Taylor. Associate Senator Sinanis.
Hi everyone, I just wanted to announce a few things. The SDC just announced today that they're gonna have an event on next Monday, October 6th, 5 to 6 p.m. in LOC 322. I also put it in the general teams, but it's going to be a speaker event from artistic filmmaker Scott Klum, and he's also going to have a workshop. And then, next thing, Glover is in the process of they're going to do renovations, I think in later, potentially after Clark is done. Yep. It's gonna become the Don and Susie Law Engineering Future Technologies Building. And they are inviting us to meet with them on October 24th, 9 to 10 a.m. They're gonna share updates and present the building design so far. And then last year I went and I was invited by the Director of Environmental Affairs, and I gave feedback on accessibility. They're planning on closing down the entire plaza, like that's between Wagar, I don't know if that's how you say it, but Wagar, Engineering, Warner, and the only accessible entrance to Wagar is through that plaza, and also facilities is upset because that's where they pick up their trash and recycling and compost. So just bringing up those issues and helping them change their plan, and then other people are advocating for sustainability stuff. And then next thing, the Accessibility Center, they are meant to unify accessibility and disability resources on campus, so the SDC, the Technology Resource Center, other things I'm not entirely sure. And then the director was hired earlier in the semester, and she's starting on October 13th, and I have already emailed her, and if y'all want her contact, I can also share that. And then one last thing, this is unrelated, kind of, but always be creative is a secondhand craft store, and they just opened today, and they're looking for volunteers, and basically it's kind of like a thrift shop, but for craft supplies. So if you know any like people that like crafting or artists, and like need stuff for cheaper, it's definitely a good resource. Thank you, I yield.
Thank you, Senator Green.
Hi, so first of all, LGBT History Month is in October. I will be posting events for that in the teams. Let me know what initiatives you guys have because I got some things in the works and I'm very excited about it. So if there's anything else that you guys want to see and you just don't know how to get started, let me know. I will figure it out for you and we can get that started. Also, I would also like to plug the homecoming reunion thing because I will be going and I'll be bringing my partner and I want to show them off to you guys. So you guys should all come. And I will be going to Cabinet next week. So if you guys have anything that you want to share at Cabinet but can't make it, let me know. Yeah, that's all. I yield.
Thank you, Senator McGraw.
Hi, folks. I love free speech. You love free speech, right? Free speech is cool. Yeah, applause. I like applause. You may have heard me out on the plaza giving that, just being a thorn in everyone's side, because free speech is important. And right now, I'm of the belief that CSU has enacted a policy that contains multiple unconstitutional sections, and they are providing us with no information on why they have made this change. It's been done very quietly. Did not go through the standard protocols of how we make changes to policy here on campus. It was fast-tracked through a little area. If you want to go with me and scroll all the way down to the bottom of the policy page, it's just a little section on fast track. And that's the way that they did this one. It's shocking. It's employee speech. Fire has recently released on the 26th. If you're not familiar with FIRE, they are, I have it right here.
The Foundation of Individual Rights and Expression.
That's it. On the 26th, they released a letter to CSU's General Counsel, effectively saying that this is prior restraint, this is unconstitutional, and here I have a nice little phrase that they said. Prior restraints are the most serious and least tolerable infringement on free speech. That's a pretty firm stance to take, and I think it is justified, warranted, and I think you should all be pissed. Is that your name?
No.
Yes.
Oh, perfect. Be pissed, be mad. Come work with us. Come work with Yoselin, come work with Victoria, come work with Ellie, come work with Brooke. Be a part of this. This is big. These are your rights. This is not a partisan issue. These are your rights. All of your rights. All of the students' rights. All of the faculty rights. This is our community. And I want you all to be here to stand up for it. Yield.
Goosebumps, that's crazy. Senator Brisky.
I'm not gonna go over everything today with Relationship Violence Awareness Month. We posted it on the Safe Center, the calendar. I'll put it in the teams. Just participate. I do.
Thank you. Chair Rivera.
Hello, sorry, it's me again. But I'll make this short and sweet. The ride is tomorrow. Please go. It's from 5 to 9 at the LSC West Lawn. Like I said, if you need a dancing partner, I will be there. And then we also do have a soccer tournament. That one's October 14th from 6 to 9 in the IM Fields. It's open to all. And then I have to emphasize what they said. So please, 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 whatever you can, support us. And let's do this together. All right, I give my time.
Thank you. Chair Casada-Steno.
Hello guys, me again as well. I just wanted to shout out the Body Project is an organization here on campus. If you want to learn more, let me know. But we are going to have also an informational session this upcoming Monday, 6:30 to 7:30. If you want the information, actually I'll post it in our general chat just in case anyone wants to go. Great organization. And then I just wanted to emphasize again what Claire said. kind of like Jocelyn was saying, like it is very important. And also the university works for us. We are the students, we are the ones funding it. Our professors are the ones who are teaching us, who are putting in the work. So I just want to emphasize that as well. And if you have any questions at all, please, yes, get connected with us. And yeah, I yield.
Thank you. Senator Bone.
Hi guys, so I just wanted to tell you all about a volunteer event that Exploratory Studies is holding. It is expected to be on Saturday, November 1st. It's our fall cleanup event, and I'll read you the description from the page that, anyway. So the program is aimed at assisting elderly and or physically limited neighbors in the Fort Collins area with outdoor yard work that they cannot complete themselves and cannot afford to pay someone to do. This program helps facilitate positive relations between the long-term residents in Fort Collins and CSU students and staff, while also helping the neighbors to maintain their properties and get their homes ready for fall/winter seasons. Anyone who is interested should reach out to me. The sign-up is a little bit strange, and you have to sign up as a team. So if everyone and anyone who's interested could get back to me ideally before the next Senate session, I will sign us up and we can go as a team.
Awesome. Senator Eddington.
Hello, I was gonna plug homecoming, but people beat me to it. I also wanted to talk about SLICE is starting a new initiative to do voter education. If you wanted to get more information about that, you could like come see me. It's like pretty base level, so we're kind of like building the initiative from the ground up. If you know Soleil and SLICE, they're like helping me discharge. So yeah, come see me about that. I yield my time.
Thank you, Chair Quesada-Starr.
Sorry guys, one last thing. I am going to be working with executive and judicial with wellness organizations. So like anything that you guys like have in communication on like making sure that you guys are well. This could be like, like an example would be like bringing in someone or something like acupuncture and kind of like going through and decompressing. I'm gonna send a form out in the general meetings. If there's anything that you guys have ideas, please let me know. And this could even be like we have an absence from Senate, like one session. And then we could have like maybe one more that's like for an emergency. Or something like that, that is making sure that your work-life balance is good and making sure that we're taking care of all of our senators and our legislative branch. So please fill out the form when I do it, when I send it out, please. And I yield, and that's the last thing, sorry.
Thank you. Are you raising your hand? Okay, awesome. Senator Hernandez.
Just wanted to plug the fall clothing swap for the Pride Resource Center. We're still looking for donations, so just make sure to donate by next Wednesday at 5 p.m. And then the clothing swap will be the following day, Thursday, October 9th from 10 to 2:30. And you do not need to donate to participate in the swap, but I would love if we could also spread the word about this. Thank you, I yield my time.
Thank you. Are there any other senators or associates that wish to speak at this time? Seeing none, we'll go ahead and enter competence business with 2 hours on the clock, starting with the ratification of our Executive Chief of Staff, Isabella Simpson, if y'all would want to come up.
Alright, hello all, we're back again. I'm here to introduce you to Isabella Simpson. She is a fourth year, let me get this right because I don't want her to hate me. Alright, so this is Isabella Simpson. She is a fourth year psychology major with a focus in addictions counseling. She is heavily involved on campus through her commitments to Community for Excellence, C4E, and for fraternity and sorority life. Isabella is an extremely passionate individual dedicated to interactions of leadership through mentorship and service. We're really excited to have her on the team. Isabella brings a whole new lens to the work and the life of what we believe will be the chief of staff role, and the integral function, that this will have within our cabinet this year. I'm super excited. Andrew wants to add some sentiments. He's had about 2 weeks of working with her already. He's super excited.
Andrew, I was so excited. I told you I had to come up here and talk about her because she is absolutely amazing. It was a really competitive process. We had so many amazing applicants, but Bella really stood out. And one of the things that really stood out to me was how many questions you asked. And you always had a question. It was always a great question. It always made me think, yeah, why do I do it that way? Or how could we do it better? Oh yeah, that's a great point. Or if she was trying to get prepared to work on a project, she always had an amazing insight into what the most important thing. She asked really, really relevant, really powerful questions in her interview and at the beginning of her job. And another really cool thing, and I thought this from the second we interviewed her, we're very different in a lot of really good ways. We balance each other out really, really well. Her strengths are not mine, and vice versa. And it's really, really fun working with her. She always brings up something I don't. And funny enough, we've been doing emergenetics, which is kind of our thinking styles, our thinking profiles, and it's on our office out there. And ours are actually perfectly mirrored. Jakai made a joke about how we should hire someone who has a flipped emergenetics and provides something different. And after she was hired, she took the emergenetics assessment, and funny enough, it was perfectly flipped and aligned. You should check it out. It's really funny. But I'm gonna hand it over to Bella to say anything else.
Oh God, I would have prepared a speech anyways. I'm super excited to be here. I'm super excited to learn from all of you guys and executive and legislative, everybody. I don't know, I'm just super excited to collaborate and work with you guys and make this administration great and greater, do good things. Thank you.
Awesome, with that, we'll now be entering a 10-minute period of Q&A by first responder. I cannot fully see you. You're first.
Hi, I'm just wondering, what was the hardest question that you were asked during the interview process for this role?
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
I mean, you were asked some questions, I guess, right?
Yeah, I did.
So what was the hardest?
Sorry, say that again?
What was the hardest?
Probably how I work with people, and I wouldn't say it was a hard question, but I mean, I don't know. I think that I expressed it pretty easily about how I work with people. I'm very flexible. I try to work with everyone and meet them halfway. But I would say that was kind of a hard question, kind of not.
Okay, thank you. I yield.
Thank you. Chairman Amti.
Hello. It's been a while since I got to ask these questions. So first question is, were you asked any questions based on like how you will uphold the university standards of diversity, equity, and inclusion? Oh, I see Andrew has it pulled up.
Well, yes, I was.
All right, and then were you asked any questions about how you'll maintain work-life balance with school, this lovely position and all that?
Yes, I was. I actually asked how you guys do it. Jakai really reassured me how everyone in here is very busy. I know you guys probably have jobs outside of this, and I know schoolwork, being a full-time student, is a lot. I'm very organized. I have a Google Calendar. It was hard because I know you guys use Outlook, and so switching that over was a challenge, but I told Jakai and Andrew and Isaac that if it's not on my calendar, I'm not doing it, but I put literally everything on my calendar, everything. So I was kind of scared when you told me that I had to switch everything over to Outlook because I don't know if you guys can see everything, but no, yeah, I'm very organized, and when it comes to work-life balance, I have 3 jobs outside of this, outside of school, so I really try to do the best I can to be everywhere.
All right, thank you so much. I yield my time.
Thank you. Are there any other questions for our candidate? Seeing none, if you could go ahead and take a step outside. With that, we'll now be entering a brief discussion debate by first raised placard once again from when I stopped talking, starting with Senator Eddington.
Can I do a point of information?
1000%.
What type of questions are we supposed to ask in those moments? Is that okay to ask?
Okay, so there's 3 different types of ratification / electing procedures that we have. So first, we have our internal procedures. That's where you can ask like interviewee type questions. That's for any of our positions housed within the Senate. The second category is officials from judicial or exec, kind of just generally, anything except for interns. We aren't interviewing those candidates have already been interviewed. Instead, we are assuring that the interview process was up to the standard the Senate sees fit. The third category is for interns. Andrew, he's over there, bye, or hi Andrew, I don't know if I said bye. Andrew and I are collaborating on legislation to specifically outline what an intern ratification process will look like. For now, how I've been facilitating it is that you're assuring that they know they're an intern, essentially, that they feel confident and they feel supported going into their role, if that answers your question. Yeah, sure.
Yes, it does. I yield my time.
Awesome. Chairman Oki was next on my list.
Is there something you'd like to, okay, Vibes, it's been a while since I got to ask those questions. I motion to the previous question.
Is there any dissent? Hearing none, we'll go ahead and move into voting. Initially, it's secret ballot. Senator Grenand,
Motion to approve the candidate with unanimous consent.
is there any dissent to this means of voting? Hearing none. Oh, well, hearing some, we'll go ahead and vote on whether or not we use unanimous consent via placard. If you're okay with us using unanimous consent, please raise your placard. You can go ahead and put those down. All those opposed, please raise your placard. Allison, you can go ahead and put those down. Awesome. With a vote, oh, sorry, any abstentions, please raise your placard. With a count of 28 to 2 to 3, we'll go ahead and utilize unanimous consent. Is there any dissent to this candidate being ratified? Hearing none, we have a chief of staff. Does it tell she's in staff?
She can just speak loud. Or the mic over.
Testing.
Melanie, could you come at this mic and then she could be at that mic?
Battery.
Sorry.
I state your name.
I, Isabella Simpson,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
to defend and uphold
to defend and uphold
the rules and regulations
the rules and regulations
set forth by the Constitution
set forth by the Constitution
of the Associated Students of Colorado State University
of the Associated Students of Colorado State University
and will rightfully perform
and will rightfully perform
the duties of my office
the duties of my office
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
Congrats. Congratulations. Now we'll be moving into the ratification of our Unified Success Intern, if y'all also want to come up.
Alright, hello everyone. This is Abdullah. He is a first-year student who is double majoring in biomedical engineering as well as chemical and biological engineering. Yeah, wait, I'm sorry. Chemical and biological engineering. He's also a Scott Scholar, which is very awesome. He is going to serve as the cultural engagement coordinator for my department. Our department has a pretty large chunk of joint organization programming funding. And a large part of his role is just ensuring that the cultural resource centers have the ability to cross-collaborate with us on different events. So if you are a CRC senator, you'll probably be hearing from Abdullah about different avenues to collaborate between our department and the legislative branch. Without further ado though, he's super excited, super passionate, and we're excited to have him on board.
Hello guys, I don't know a lot of you, but I'm really excited to be here and to meet a lot of you and to work with Ben and hopefully you guys in the future. And yeah, I don't know how this works.
With that, we'll now be entering a period of Q&A by first raised placard. If anyone has any questions for our lovely candidate. If you really want to ask a question, you can ask a question, President Levy. Chairman Onti.
So, and feel free to step in if I am incorrect, because I heard that, but my brain ain't functioning right now. What do you look forward to in stepping into this role, specifically as, damn it, I forgot the name of the title of the
Cultural Engagement Coordinator?
Yes, Cultural Engagement Coordinator.
So I am quite familiar with the BAC Center, the Black and African American Cultural Center, and I have stepped into El Centro a little bit. And I think what excites me the most about this position is expanding my knowledge of the CRCs to all of them, and especially the ones that I'm not too familiar with. So yeah, I look forward to being in all the CRCs and hopefully connecting them together.
All right, I yield.
Thank you. Senator Green.
Sorry, I was really chowing down on my sandwich. Anyway, I'm a senator for Pride. I would love to work with you. Of
course.
Tell me how to say your name.
Abdullah.
Okay, I will remember that. I just wanted to know how to say their name. That's it. I yield.
Awesome, thank you. Are there any other questions for our candidate at this time? Seeing none, if you want to go ahead and take a step outside. Awesome, with that, we'll now be entering a period of discussion debate by first raised placard. Chairman Onti.
All right, anyone else on the speakers list? Just checking, no pass. All right, vibes, motion, the previous question.
Is there any dissent? Hearing none, we'll go ahead and move into a period of voting. Initially, we'll be utilizing secret ballot unless someone doesn't want to use secret ballot. Senator Carnahan.
Motion to approve the candidate with unanimous consent.
Is there any dissent to this means of voting? Hearing none, do we approve this candidate? Is there any dissent? Hearing none, this candidate is approved. I state your name.
I, Abdullah Bala,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
to defend and uphold
to defend and uphold
the rules and regulations
the rules and regulations
set forth by the Constitution
set forth by the Constitution
of the Associated Students of Colorado State University
of the Associated Students of Colorado State University
and will rightfully perform
and will rightfully rightfully perform
the duties of my
the
office
duties of my office
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
Congrats.
Congratulations. We'll now be moving into the ratification of the University Policy Review Committee person.
Do the best.
Hi everyone, my name is Judah Weir. I'm a junior studying biology, and I'm up for the University Policy Review Committee. My other involvements on campus, I'm in the Center for Public Deliberation. I'm also a Daniel Scholar Ambassador and work with C4E. And then last year I was the Deputy Director of Traditions for ASCSU. And I just want to join this committee to continue my involvement with ASCSU. I really think that it's important that we have student advocates on the committees. And the policy review one stuck out to me as one that I think we need a good advocate on. I also work at the Vice President for Student Affairs Office, so I have experience working with administration. And so I feel like that relationship gives me the capacity to work well in this committee. So thank you.
Awesome. With that, we'll now be moving into a period of Q&A by first raised placard. Chairman Autry.
Hello, lovely to see you again. How will you maintain work-life balance with this position as well as all your other commitments?
I've actually been getting better at that this year. I think that this isn't a huge time commitment. I obviously will be reading policies before, but it's something that I just find really interesting. So I feel like it's like something that's top of mind for me, and I also gotten more organized with like keeping track of my calendar, my school, and I feel pretty good about where I'm at, adding this on top of my responsibilities.
Alrighty, second question, were you interviewed with any questions that talk about how you will uphold the university standards of diversity, equity, and inclusion?
Yeah, I was. Reese did a great job of sort of making sure that our values matched on how I approach this position, and inclusion, diversity, and equity were all part of those, so yeah.
Last question, how will you, in events of biases, mitigate and manage that in the case of policy review, because sometimes there is a little bit of that.
Can you restate the question just one more time?
How will you handle events in case where you come across a situation where bias is present and you have to handle and mitigate that?
Like, conflict of interest, yeah, I think, for conflict of interest, I already talked to Reese a little bit about this. Are you referring to like my BPSA job or just more like, sorry, I'm getting confused.
Just in general.
Just in general. With that job, I have to remain pretty like confidential about students where they're at. I've gotten calls about different pieces where people are experiencing bias on campus, a lot of that, and so I have a lot of experience with those situations where there's conflict of interest at play, where there's bias at play, and so I think it's important taking that experience from those situations into this. And like, it's important for me to also hear from a lot of students. And when I see these policies, like my idea is I'm gonna be like, hey, the ones I can discuss, let me talk with students about what they're thinking, so it's not just me bringing my perspective into the committee, but that I'm also bringing a lot of other people's perspective in as well.
All right, I yield.
Thank you. Are there any other questions for our candidate at this time? Seeing none, if you could go ahead and take a step outside. We'll now be starting a period of discussion debate by first raised placard. Chairman Auntie.
Felt like a very strong, solid candidate. Worked with him before, has great work ethic, and yeah, I motion the previous question.
Is there any discussion? Let me double check something real quick, because we haven't done this in a second. So motioning the previous question will essentially keep our speakers list, and I already have your name down. So you can talk after, and then we'll move into the next thing following you being on the speakers list. Unless I'm wrong.
point of information. That's a motion to exhaust the speakers list, to keep people on the list, and then nobody could be added to the list.
What would you be like?
I can amend my motion to exhaust the speakers list.
You can or you?
I will.
I am.
I amend my motion to exhaust the speakers list.
Thank you, Chairman Alty and Senator Taylor. With that, is there any dissent? Hearing none, the speakers list is exhausted. Do you otherwise yield?
Yes, I am.
You can go ahead and speak.
Okay, so I absolutely love Judah, adore Judah. We have this thing, it's like a call and response, and I say who the best, and then Judah, because his name, he says Judah best. After he gets ratified, I'm gonna ask all of you to join in this with me. Can we do it in a whisper first so we can track this so he doesn't know that we like him yet? Okay, so I'm gonna say who the best. Yes, look at this. Okay, thank you all so much. So let's do that after he does the what do you call that? The oath. Yeah, all right. We're on the same page. Yeah, we're on the same page. All right, thank you so much, my friends.
Thank you, President Nunley. With that, we'll go ahead and move into creative voting. Initially, the type of voting, Senator Green.
Motion to approve this candidate via voice vote.
Is there any dissent to this means of voting? Hearing none, we'll go ahead and approve this candidate by voice vote. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. Any abstentions? The ayes have it, and they're ratified. Don't clap yet.
I state your name,
I, Judah Weir,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
to defend and uphold
to defend and uphold
the rules and regulations
the rules and regulations
set forth by the Constitution
set forth by the Constitution
of the Associated Students of Colorado State University
of the Associated Students of Colorado State University,
and will rightfully perform
and will rightfully perform
the duties of my office
the duties of my office
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
Congrats. Who the best?
Judah best!
Congratulations. The amount of applause following that versus usual was wild. But with that, we'll now be moving into ending roll call. Chairman Alty.
Motion to use beginning roll call, then ending roll call, and then who showed up later, to hop on.
Is there any dissent to that? Hearing none, that'll be what we do. With that, we